Hey y'all, so this is actually my first video for YouTube. I did upload one a few weeks ago about rabbits, but I only did that because I couldn't upload it to Facebook because it was too large of a video. So I had to upload it here and then send it over to Facebook. So I'm gonna introduce myself, and then the rest of the video is gonna be about piercings. Because there's quite a few videos about them, and I thought I would just do my own. So, my name is Kimberly. I was born and raised right here in Alabama. Still here. I'm 20 years old. I am a secretary for Twin Oaks Quail Farm, family owned and ran, which is our own. So now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the purpose of this video. I got my first piercings when I was... Now, I'm not going to be completely sure on age, but I'm going to try to give age or around the age I was and how much it hurt. So, my first piercings were my earlobes. And I got them when I was between 6 and 8, I believe. And I was terrified. I wanted them done so bad, but I was so scared. And I was a drama queen. I'm not now. I promise I'm not a drama queen now. So, me being so nervous and so scared of getting it done made it actually worse than it actually was. But pain, I would probably rate it a 6. And like I said, I was a drama queen. It probably didn't hurt like I thought it did. And then I went and got my cartilage done. I was 14. I was between 13 and 15 when I went and got this done. Sorry, my Facebook. But yeah, I was between 13 and 14 when I went and got this done. And then it didn't hurt at all. It was also done with a gun. I don't recommend any piercings be done with a gun. My earlobes were also done with a gun. But it's just what I did. I really didn't know much about the whole piercing with a needle at the time. So they were done at Walmart with a gun. It didn't hurt. I would give it probably a 2. 1.5, 2. Only because it stung really bad from the alcohol that she put on my ear to clean it. And then a few months later, I was still between 13 and 15. So, I think I was about 14 when I got it done, but I'm not so sure. I went and got this one done. And again, it was done with a gun. Didn't hurt. It didn't really sting much, so I'd probably give it a 1. Now, sleeping, the aftercare was different. When I would sleep on them, or sleep on this side when I first got it done, I would wake up and it would be sore. But it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't really throb, and same with the other side. And then I went and got, I was 15 when I went and got my belly button pierced. I'm not going to show you. It was done with a needle from a piercing parlor by a professional. And it didn't hurt. I would give it a 2 just because it stung. The aftercare, it was fine. I did what they told me. Well, I did what she told me, and it healed fine. I did change it before I was supposed to. But it came out fine anyway. I don't recommend you change your piercings before you're supposed to, or before your piercer says so. So after I got that done, I went and I was between 15 and 17. I got my second holes, which I do not have anymore. They were done with a gun, because I really didn't see the point in going to a piercing parlor and getting my ears done, because it's not anything major. But I went and got my second holes done, and I couldn't get them to heal. Like, I don't know if it was the jewelry, but I could not get them to heal. So I took them out. And then I had gotten right up above this one done, or right under it done. I think I got it done right under it, because you can kind of feel like a little dip there. And again, I couldn't get it to heal, so I took it out, and I let it grow up. Then I went, when I was 19, I had to wait until I was 19, or until, at least 18 or older, because my dad don't really like body piercings other than your ears. He don't even like my cartilage piercings. But I was 19 when I got my nose done. It didn't hurt at all. It was also done by a professional with a needle. I was pierced with a 12 gauge needle, and a 16 gauge stud was put in. It didn't hurt. I'd give it a 1. Probably a 0. Because it didn't hurt at all. I didn't feel it. My eyes didn't water. So 0. It did sting a little afterwards, but it didn't hurt. So the stinging, I would give a 1. But the actual getting it done, I'd give a 0. Didn't hurt. And also between all my piercings, I believe I was 17. I was 18 when I pierced. I had just turned 18. And I was just shy of 18, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I was just shy of 18. And I pierced my lip. I don't know if you can see it, but right along in that area. Sometimes you can see the scar, sometimes you cannot. I pierced it myself. I don't recommend doing that at all. I was at a friend's house, and she pierced her lip, and she would pierce her lip, she would wear it a couple of days, she'd take it out to grow up, she'd do it again, different places on her lip and whatnot. So I had the crazy idea of, I'm gonna do it. So, and may I remind you, we did not have the right needles, the hollow needles, the right gauge, nothing, not even the actual jewelry that's supposed to go in. Stupid, I know, don't judge me. But what we did it with was one of them large safety pins. Didn't sterilize it at all. So I marked it where I wanted it, and I put the safety pin through. Didn't hurt. I didn't feel it. It was a 0 on hurt range. It didn't hurt. And then I pulled the needle out. It bled just a little bit. And I put a regular 14 karat white gold earring in it. 4 days later, three or 4 days later, I went to my local piercing / tattoo shop, and I showed it to the lady that does the piercings, and she says it looks good, it's not infected, it's not in an area that it will leave a bad scar and it be noticeable. I would have placed it there too. So I bought an actual piece of jewelry. I went to their bathroom and put it in. And I came back out there and she looked at it. And again, she said it did not look infected. It looked like it was good. Keep doing what I was doing. It looked like it was good and just keep doing what I was doing. So I hadn't had it. I'd had it a week, I believe. And we got the call from my boyfriend's stepmom. Her daughter called us, and we had to rush to Birmingham Hospital at UAB because my boyfriend's dad, he's had open heart surgery in the past. His heart is at a slow pace, beating at a slow pace, because that's where the doctor wants it at. But he had been forgetting a lot. He would ask the same questions over and over again, and his wife is like, something's wrong. So she took him to their local hospital, and they done a CAT scan of his head, and it came back he had a black mask over his eye, and he was having really bad headaches. So they rushed him to UAB. So my boyfriend's on 3rd. He works an hour away, 45 minutes to an hour away. So I called him, and they had already got in touch with him. They had gotten in touch with me to get in touch with him, and we were all trying to get in touch with him, and finally they got in touch with him, and then I got in touch with him, and he said he was coming home, and I threw clothes together because we didn't know the turnout. So I just threw some clothes together in a bag for him and me, and his brother threw him some clothes together, and my boyfriend got home, and then we left. When we got there, his dad looked like death. And he was so white, so pale. He didn't, he knew you, but then again, he didn't. But it came back. They had to wait a week to get the blood thinners out of his system. When they finally did the brain surgery, it came back it was only infection. So that's good. He's doing fine now. During the meantime of us being up there, I was not able to take care of my lip piercing the way I was supposed to. And it was discharging a greenish color, but it wasn't really swollen. It wasn't red. It wasn't sore. And what I shortly found out was the healing process that some people have was it just healing. It wasn't getting infected. But again, us being up there, I wasn't able to take care of it. We came home for one night, the night before they did his surgery, to get some clothes, get a little bit of sleep, because we were sleeping in the lobby, because he was in ICU, and we came home to get a good night's sleep, get some clothes, and take a bath, and head back up there. And when we came home, it was like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I took it out. I said, it's not really me. It doesn't fit my personality. I'm over it. And somewhere in my room, in one of the jewelry boxes, I do have the ring still. Don't plan on using it for anything. Just add it to my collection. And then I went and got my tongue pierced 3 times. Now, if you count how many times I've had a bar in my tongue, it's twice. If you count how many times I was actually pierced with a needle, 3 times. I went back to the same guy that did my nose because I trusted him. I liked the way he put it. I liked it. And I went back to him, and when he done it, that right there is where the needle came out. So he didn't like it. He took it out. I freaked out because he said, "Uh-oh." And then I started tasting blood, and I freaked out. I flipped out. Once I calmed down and everything, he redid it, and it came out. Right there, where that dark spot is. And I only had it for about 8 hours. Something like that. About 8 hours. And the ball kept the ball was resting on my teeth, and I really couldn't hide it as well, and I didn't like the placement. So I took it out, and I let it grow up. I went back to him, and he's like, "Well, you still have a little bump on the top. Need to let that completely go away, because I'm basically going to be re-piercing through the same way." No. I just said okay, and I went somewhere else. I went to the lady that did my belly button. She has opened her own shop now, with 2 or 3 other piercing and tattoo friends. So I went back to her, and she did it. It didn't hurt. Didn't hurt. The very first time I got it done, where he messed it up, it was a 2. The second time he pierced me and put the jewelry in, it was probably a 2.5, just because he was basically going back in the same spot that he had already been. But when the lady did it that did my belly button, I'm not going to say her name or her tattoo shop name. I'm going to keep that I'm going to keep that out of this video completely. But she marked it, she looked at it, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not even going nowhere near where he did it." And I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because I was so scared about her going through the scar tissue and it hurting. But she didn't. And this is my results. I got it the Friday of Mother's Day. And it is now of 2015 of this year. And it's now June 25th. Yeah, June 25th. So this is my results. Now, I did take the long bar out. She pierced me with a 3/4. And she had never seen anybody's tongue. And you see my tongue's actually, you see that it is naturally fat. So There's no more swelling at all. But anyway, the one she pierced me with, my tongue kind of took it up. It took up the whole bar plus a little bit of the ball. And then I changed it to a 5/8 2 weeks later. And it was too tight. I didn't like it. It wasn't comfortable. And then I went and they told me that I would probably have to always wear 3/4. I did. I didn't like it because it kept hitting my teeth, hitting my gums, because it was so long. So I put in a 5/8, and that's what I currently have in now. And it doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like it's pinching anything. But I do have one question. I have like some people call them ant heels. It's not a crater where the ball rests. It's in front. I'll show you. That right there. It's hard. But it doesn't hurt. I can push on it. It don't hurt. I'm just wondering what it is. Do you know? I have tried to Google it. I have tried to YouTube it, and the only thing I found, people call it an ant heel, and they say sometimes it'll go away, sometimes it won't. I don't really care if it don't go away because it's not giving me any problems. It just looks weird. I mean, tell me if that don't look weird. This is weird. Now, is this because the tongue ring my tongue was swollen too much for the tongue ring and it's scar tissue? Or is it just, I don't know. I'm thinking it's scar tissue. Again, I don't know. If you have had this thing or you still have one, please let me know. And if you was able to get rid of it, please let me know how. Because it's annoying. I can't feel it. But the reason it's annoying is because you can see it. So I don't know. I still brush my teeth in the mornings. Make sure it's clean. It's not sore anymore. I can change it with no pain. So I know it's not infected. I don't know. But like I said, if you've had this problem, or you know somebody that has, or you have a tongue ring and you have one of these little things and you were able to get rid of it, or you still have it, or if you know what it is, please leave it in the comments below. Thank you for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. I will be making more videos. I don't know when. Maybe twice a month or something like that, whenever I have the time. If you want to see a video of something that I could do, leave it in the comments. 50 random things about me videos. I can't do a phone tag because I'm using the camera on my phone. Just whatever you're curious about, Q&A videos, ask me questions or whatever, and I will do, if I get enough questions, I'll do a video on it. So yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.